Hi, it's Chaplain Steve with another video. You know, I had an NDE. I was talking to a patient, but I've also heard this sometimes on YouTube. But this woman experience was really quite. It was just real detailed. What she was talking about is how you're really born. In other words, not in this lifetime, but how you're actually come into existence by God. And she went through it. I mean, it was really quite striking, and I guess the best way, the beginning of your sphere. That's what you are. You're an actual sphere, and the consciousness that can be put in the sphere is what God puts into that sphere. In other words, what He's doing, He's taking certain attributes about you and putting it into the sphere that's adding to you. And there's a lot goes on, from all the different kinds of emotions, all kinds of things that go on. What is interesting is that I guess the best what you were talking about, when you come down this earth, you did not have a physical body. You did not. You're a sphere, and your sphere is a conscious, and that's how God created you, almost literally in His hands. He created you and put attributes into Him. The thing that is said, what's interesting too, He knows your beginning, He knows your middle, and He knows how things are going to end. So and what I'm talking about in relation to this earth, and He has a full understanding of it all. What He's also done, and I think I mentioned this before, He knows everything, but the thing about it is He's given us the opportunity to experience free will. We have free will. We have free will even in the heavenly kingdom, we have free will. But the point is that down this earth, we have this free will, and that the choices you make steers. And it's surprising, and I think I said this too, vehicle. You're a vehicle. And you're steering it by the choices you make. It's just really interesting how it all works. But getting back to that beginning, he thinks about before he does anything. There's more, from what I understand, there's more involved process about each one of us in that sphere. I mean, there's really some real thought there, and he really gives it some thought. He really, how is it? What is it that you're going to actually accomplish? What is the knowledge you're going to gain? Just all kinds of things about who you are. What is also interesting too on this is that translating it into this reality, into the earthly realm, and I have talked about your DNA. That's where he resides, everybody, is your DNA. And where he resides, it's called a junk gene. Why do they call it junk? Because they don't know the total, they don't know all about it, but they have some idea. What they do know is the lines of instruction. They can't understand them. They can't. All they know is that it's pretty close to 50 billion lines of instruction, but it's in a different code. And that's the other thing about it, and they're trying to figure it all out. And sometimes what God does that, you have to work for it. You have to find out. But it's a different code, a different set of instructions, and maybe a best way, a different language. It's different. And so they're trying to figure it out. But and I mentioned this some time back, but each cell in your body, everything that's in you, everything that is in your body, there are 50 billion lines of instruction all about you. 50 billion. From the day that you're actually put into existence, that sphere is translated into your DNA and that 50 billion lines of instruction. And we talked about this before. It would take somebody 35 years, 8 hours a day, 24/7 to read all the instructions all about you. I mean, it's really quite. I was kind of taken aback by it. In other words, what was the bottom line is he really gives you, each and every one of us, some real thought. It's just not in haphazard. No, he gives every one of us. He really has given some real thought about you. He thinks about it. He really thinks about what this going to be. So in so many ways, we are really truly unique. I mean, it's stunning. It's unfortunate that that each of us can't see. We're so stuff are going on in this world today, but we're really quite. I mean, really quite unique. He really gives us some thought what you are in that sphere, because that's your true form is that sphere, a sphere of consciousness. and you decide to come down here to have a physical body, to have the vehicle that you came down here, and you're going to experience through the physical being, the emotions, all kinds of stuff that goes on, the physical realm, and that's what it really is. It's about the physical realm. And when we pass on, we go back home again. We go back to that shape again. That sphere of conscious. On to the next venture. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, and I appreciate your time. It's just thought provoking. It's really quite, he really spent some time with you. When he created you and put you in existence, he really thought about it. Anyway, I'm going to just close out. I appreciate your time, and as always, I hope your day is going well. Until the next video. Thank you.